For all you guys who hate horoscopes, you're gonna love this. People really just like to put humans in boxes. Anything that can be used to separate people will become a personality test at some point. So once the 4 blood types were discovered, it was only a matter of time. So I've never heard of this personality system until recently, and have a funny story about how I learned about it. But I'll share that later on in the video. Well, blood type personalities aren't super popular here in the West. They're all the rage in Japan, which makes sense because this personality system was created there. That's right, blood type personalities are Dr. Mario approved. You can even find horoscopes based on your blood type, and these horoscope writers only have to make 4 different versions. Not like the 12 versions astrology horoscope writers have to make. And this might be the only time when Americans work harder than the Japanese. Anyway, let's describe the 4 types. Type A are known as the farmers. And, okay, these types don't seem to have nicknames, but Sykes go at them, and I thought that was a great idea, so I decided to steal it and improve it a little bit. Farmers are hard workers. They're diligent and responsible, but they're also super stubborn. If it ain't broke, they won't fix it. They're still using AOL to watch this video, even if it buffers every word. Like most farmers, they're going to be spending most of their time with the animals. So they also tend to be the most introverted type. Type B are the rogues. These guys make their own path. They're creative free spirits. They're often really flexible, which is really good because they can find themselves in a lot of binds. They jump into stuff head first and say heck to all the consequences. This is great because it means that they're not going to suffer from analysis paralysis. But it also means they're going to need a good lawyer. AB types are the philosophers. They're the best parts of A and B. Man, philosophers really have a high opinion of themselves, don't they? They're great observers and they think through everything. But with all that analysis, they can often forget what they're doing or even forget important things. They tend to overlook details and small things. Philosophers are eccentric, but at the same time, they're really good at reading other people and tend to do really well with others. So they're crazy, but in a likable way. Type O's are the warriors. These fellows are pure ambition. They're natural-born leaders, and your boss. But like most bosses, they can be a bit self-centered. They get the office suite, and you get the small cube. They can be quite ruthless, and don't have a problem with pushing others out of their way for their own benefit. This type is probably the most extroverted of them all, and is probably my least favorite type. Maybe we should call them Type 0 instead of O. Okay, time for the story of how I found this system. So when I was a kid, I had pet bunnies for the Nintendo DS. You know those virtual pet sims with the creepy CGI models that your folks would get you because they didn't want to take care of a pet? They were awful. I had a few virtual pets, but in Pet Bunnies, your pet bunny could talk. Because letting this low poly demon thing be able to speak makes it significantly less terrifying. Anyway, they used the gift of speech to ask random questions over and over again. One of the questions was, what's your blood type? Me and my siblings had never heard of blood type personality before, so we found this question really random and also kind of creepy. For all we knew, this was some evil bunny who was part vampire and was going to jump out of the DS at night. It wasn't until recently I learned why the game asked this question. Normally at this point, I'd share my blood personality type and ask you yours. But honestly, that kind of sounds like a HIPAA violation, so I'm not going to share mine, and I'd advise you not to share yours in the comment section. That might hurt this video in the algorithm a bit, but you could offset that by giving this video a like. Wikipedia calls blood type personalities pseudoscience, and I think that's fair. But if you want to learn about the least pseudoscience-y personality system, check out my video on the Big 5 here. Thanks so much for watching, special thanks to my patrons, and I'll catch you guys all next time.